All right, part two. I got disconnected there. Go ra undo ra. I say. I should do. I should tell you. On vibrations every buckus. May your mind buckus souls be old. May your almas be sound. May your buckus be leaven of ground. I'm gonna keep to the breath, to the earth, to the mouth, or to the seon. The soul of ra guides and keeps you old. Okay, so like I was saying, the go is now moving the breath. Now we're after goa, we have do So the ether is doing you. So that means you have to do the breath. Okay? You understand? Does that make sense? The ether is now, think of you as a puppet. Okay? So the ether is moving you around. It's doing you. Okay? So this is a day when, you know how in religion they say you give yourself, to Christ, or, it's the same thing. Okay? So this is a day when you see the on the kagodora, it's a dua. It could be a day where you'd want to, you know, not necessarily meditate, but you want to be aware of resistance, right? And so it's like you're you're possessed by the ether, right? Like you look at it like how you're taught in the Bible or whatever. It's like a spirit inside of you. Okay, so when you're in sound logic, you know you it's your duty to act as Ra, to act as source. Okay, so this is a day when you might be doing things you might not want to do, but you have to do. Okay, so this is a day where you can consciously make sure that you're doing your duties. Okay, the things that are required to do. Right, if you're planting, okay, so you're taking care of your garden. If you have children, you're like the things that you struggle with. Okay, this is the ray where you're gonna have the intelligence, the energy, the self-talk, all of that kind of energy, that frequency is going to be over you. Okay, so this is a day for you to do. Okay, like go do. Okay, you have go, and the go gives you do. Okay, ma gives you ra. Ra gives you shu. Shu gives you thought. Thought gives you say. Say gives you spirit. Your spirit gives you your ka. Your ka gives you the ability to go. Your go gives you the ability to do. Okay, so when you do, now you're sowing. Okay, so we're back at 1, but we're still, remember, there's 13 command codes. So this one, we were ma. This gematria 1 is so. Okay, so this is why the kagodora, the physical ray that we are on, and the sound command is above and over whatever the numbers are going to tell you, unless you're using this as a measuring device to measure how the ether is being accumulated. Okay, what's happening with the ether? Okay, so like I said, when you're using the financial charts, you can say, okay, the ether is in a low. Okay, so now, Draco can pretty much do whatever he wants. He could move the markets up, he could move the markets down, but he's not under the pressure, right, of the ether being in a high vibration, okay, where it has to do extra things, to bring the people down. Okay, like I've said, the kagodora, we're always ascending, so the Draco's always going to be increasingly more difficult to keep us down. Okay, this is the facts and the reality. Okay, its ability to make us miserable and to cause us to have these thoughts and to trick us, and all these things are going away because we are now under an ascending timeline. I've introduced this to humanity, so now it's happening. Okay, if this was not introduced, it would not be happening. Okay, at least consciously, where we can actively help it happen. Okay, and how we help it happen is by disconnecting our language. We don't have to stop participating in society. Your choices are going to make that happen naturally. Okay, but it's not something where you have to rally humanity up and let's stop shopping for 3 days. No, rally humanity up and say, let's all get on the kagodora. Let's all get off of the timeline. These are the things that we should do. And this is why, sadly, most people are bots. You will never, ever, ever consider what I am saying. Okay, because you're not wired to communicate with sound, to rationalize with sound. The word rationalize comes from raw. If you are not a sound being, you cannot be rational. Okay, this is raw. It's all in our language. What's the authority and what's not? Okay, when you're on an authoritative timeline, this is an authoritative thought line. Okay? And so now, after the do, what we're doing, we're sowing. Okay, so now on the sowa, the ether is now sowing new ideas into you. It's sowing a reinforcing of your genetic memory into you. Okay, it's reminding you that today you have to go sow. You have to go plant some seeds of whether they're ideas that are going to turn into a business, whether it's whatever it is. Okay, whatever part of you're going to add to this environment on a soa is the ray to do it on. The sound command is telling you that this is the best time to add yourself to your space. Okay, if you're an artist, add a piece of art to the world, right? Whatever it is, planting, whatever, like just, even if you're planning to go on a vacation, this is a seed. Okay, that thought. Okay, so this is a time to think visionary. Think something that's going to start now and not mature until a later date. Okay, that's the frequency of soa. Okay, now we have re-ah. Okay, so re and ra are the same. Ra is radiate and re is to continue. Without radiance, you can't continue. Okay, without all of these sound commands, you cannot reach to where you can start sustaining the motion. Okay, keeping it going. So this is a maintenance day. This is a day where, you're going to continue moving forward or continue moving erectly. Okay, whatever it is you're doing, it's going to have new breath. It's going to be giving new breath. Okay, these are all breath commands. Goa, dua, soa, ria. Okay, rebreath, rebreathe, reba, raor. Okay, so after you and then you add so now you're adding your breath. So you're re-adding your breath. You're sowing you're doing so, you're going do, you're ka-ing go, your ba in the ka, your say is your ba, your thought is your ba, you're shooing the ta, your thoughts, you're radiating your movements, okay? And you're creating your radiance. You're giving birth to your radiance. Okay, it doesn't matter which way you go, forward or backward. It's going to speak to your senses. Okay, and then after you're adding breath, okay, what happens when you add breath? Life goes on. Okay, life goes on. Okay, and then the cycle of command codes begins again. So this is 13, and that's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay? So this takes care of the draconians 13. Doesn't matter if it's 13 Jesus plus 12 disciples. Doesn't matter if it's 13 families. Doesn't matter if it's 13 angels or demons or whatever it is. Okay? Source has 13 command codes that trump any of the demon codes that are out there. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay, this is going to trump it because this is the authority. This is the grand scheme. Okay, right here is the grand scheme. If you notice, I've designed these with circles, CKLs, not squares. That's a big, big difference. If you notice, I make you count 8 across, not 7. Okay, if you notice, I have 5 upright because the man is the 5. Right, your head, your arm, your legs, your arm. Okay, that's 5. Okay, and so 5 is the pentagram. Okay, so I'm 5 up, 8 wide. Okay, 45, 9. Okay, there's so much mathematics mathematics in this. And I'm not talking numbers, I'm talking sounds, because that is the true moth. Okay, it's moving sounds because you're making ether. Mothor. Ma the or. Okay, moving breath. Ma-ah. Literally, M is for motion and A is for breath. Ma. Ma. Okay, and motion is really mashu. Okay, that's motion. Okay, M-O-T-I-O-N is not, that's a corrupt code. It's mashu. Okay, just like you have in our language, shoo away. Okay, so you say shoo to something that's bothering you because demons and parasites don't like sound. So that's a sound code that's incorporated in the English language. And in all languages, they have the word shoo. And they say that to things like flies, like things that they don't want around them. Okay, so I'm showing you that authority has always existed, it's just being hidden. So now we have the opportunity to hold that authority, and they can't do anything about it. Right? They've spent all this money painting Ra and Source as the devil that they worship and they speak under, but we know that can't and is not true. Okay, so now we take what they've created in the ethers falsely, we take that for real and leave them as they are. You understand? This is the most fantastic thing that we can have and we can utilize. And it's the most important thing because the timeline is a ledger, it's a thought line. Okay? You got to realize that Kronos, Mothor, killed Kronos. Okay, Mothor killed Kronos. Kronos doesn't exist anymore. Okay, it's gone from the ethers. This is why time is the way you guys are seeing the days go by like nothing. Because it's this now. Okay, you got this is not going to be realized on the physical plane until you guys start realizing what I am doing. And realizing what I am doing is getting it, buying into it, like physically, but most importantly, etherically buying into it, meaning you're going by it. Okay? Buying it with cash breaks the spell because all of your spells is about cash. So you're changing cash, C-A-S-H, which means sever the shoe, okay, to kashu, which means move your ka. Okay, now they tie the fiat to whatever you want to do with your body. Whether you want to go to the bathroom or whether you want to go on a vacation or whether you want food, all of these things, they tie into permission that you need, which you need a license or you need to purchase something. Okay, so we need to flip the script by owning the language. Okay? And then we become sound logic. And then this logic about paying for shit, it can't make sense to us. It makes sense to other people, but to us, it can't make sense, right? Because that's how we communicate. And because we have the calendar, because we have the language, because we have everything else I offer, we can't be mistaken. Okay? Meaning that when we say we are the souls, right, and everything that comes with being a soul's, the authority, it cannot be like we don't need anything to prove because we are moving like what we are saying. Okay? It's not like an Italian mason who can build a castle is going to come to Canada, US, and then fail a construction license because they can't maybe speak the language or whatever, right? Physically, they can do it. It's not that kind of situation here. This is the ethers. You got to move to prove. Okay, you don't have to go through any false, association, to prove, that you are without soul, because that's what these programs do. You have licenses, you have all sorts of certificates, and these are things for you to be documented that you are working for God. You're not working for sound. Okay, you're without sound. Okay, you were permitted to do what you did because you qualified through their system, which is God. Okay, and that God code is go odd. Because it's odd that we have to pay for things. It's odd that we have to go to school to learn how to do something. It's like my mom, when she left Jamaica as a 22-year-old, she already graduated from college as a nutritionist or something like that, right? And so when she came to Canada, they made her go all the way back to high school and be with 13 and 14-year-old girls, right? Because whatever her qualities and skills didn't mean shit, all right? She didn't go through their system. Okay, so it's not a situation like a corrupt situation like the parasites have. They're backwards. In real life, you have to be able to do what you want to do. If you want to drive, you have to be able to drive. If you want to walk, you have to be able to walk. If you want to talk, you have to be able to talk. It doesn't matter what it is you want to do, you have to physically be able to do it. You're not able to sit at a computer and play a game and pretend that you're doing it or watch somebody else do it and have fulfillment. You have to do it, right? If you want to fix your car, you have to do it, right? Or you have to find somebody to do it. But it can't be done unless it's done. And we live in a reality. Okay, so in our reality, you have to walk the walk and talk the talk. So I'm showing you how to walk the walk and talk the talk. Okay, and then the ethers takes care of the rest. Okay, and then everything that you're doing it on behalf of sound. And then you'll realize that it's a little bit lonely, not because, because of you, but it's because, parasites can't interact with you, right? They can't be in a sound environment, right? This is why they pollute. This is why everything is corrupt. This is why everything is halved, broken, because that's the only way they can function, because they have to be the augmentation. They have to replace what has been missing, what has gone. All right? So I hope that helps. You understand the kagodora. We've made 2 videos on it. We've made many videos, but we've made 2 videos just recently. With this one, this is going to be the part 2. And we discussed everything about it, from how to use the gematria. A reminder, you use the gematria how you use the gematria. For the kagodora, it is to be used as a volume measure. Okay, it's to gauge, what the Ra is doing, sun activity. You can go and you can compare Schumann resonance with the kagodora, and you can start studying what days are the solar flares and what days the sun more common, you'll see that it goes along for the most part. Obviously, there's some instances where you might have big bursts on a 1 or a 2, but they happen, just like I said, because the sun is coming. It's like, he's priming his pump and he's delivering an ejaculation. Okay, and this is what's sent to our planet. These are spores of life. Okay, you understand? This is why they say I'm coming, because the sun is a ka'am. When they say comet is ka'am, it, because it is an aita, a thinking soul. That's what it is. Okay, so if a parasite is known to have the it factor, that means they have soul in them. Okay, so just think about that for a moment. We've all heard this before. Okay, you have people that are making a performance and they say that guy or that girl has the it factor. Think about that. Okay, why is that? Because you're classified as a parasite. That's why. Okay, so you need to be reinstated by the ethers. Everybody's going out getting these contracts, getting these corporations, and want to have these documents filed with the government. You're not going anywhere. Okay, you're continuing to give them the authority. Okay, you have to do business with the ether, and that's with you and you alone. Okay, I'm here just to give you the guide. I'm the beacon. Okay, in the middle of the ocean that's sending that frequency. Christ Story Chaplain, this is True Talk. Thanks for receiving. Please, you don't even have to pay for it. Go to mothra.org, bookmark it, create a tab. Every time you click that tab on your mobile or your desktop, it will go right to the website and it will pull it up. If you can donate, please do, but you don't have to. We have lots of things that you can purchase and it will benefit you and benefit me and all the bakas that are supporting. Can be a part of the Amelie, okay? The El Tari, not family. That's spelled El Tari. Christ Story Chaplain. This is True Talk. Go to Jesus.com. Go to Apple.